Part 5. Importing the shapefile. To start creating our comparison map in Tableau, the next step is to import the shapefile, the spatial file. Click the Add button in the upper left corner of the column. Once you've clicked it, select the spatial file. Navigate to your shapefile folder and choose the .shp extension. To load the file, double-click it. To link the shape and Excel files, drag one file to the right from the File column in the left sidebar of the screen onto the Tableau canvas, which is the white space above the fields, until you see an orange line appear between them. This will open an Edit Relationship pop-up window, or two dots in some versions. In Tableau, a relationship allows you to combine data for multi-table analysis. In the Edit Relationship window, you can specify how you want to connect the two files or make any necessary changes to the connection. In the Edit Relationship window, you will see two columns: the Simply Analytics Export, which represents the Excel data listed as name, and the Simply Analytics Shapefile listed in the column as name 1 on the right. Now that both files are connected, all the data should be consolidated into a single table. The worksheet will now be bright orange in the bottom left corner, labeled as Sheet 1. This shows you where to proceed next. Click to the tab to start creating your visualization. In the left column, you will find two separate tables, one for Excel data and the other for the shapefile. The shapefile generates a map using ordered longitude and latitude lines and coordinates. Under the shapefile header on the left, you will see a section for geometry, again marked by a globe icon. Simply drag and drop geometry onto your worksheet, and you will be able to view a map of the state of Georgia sectioned by county. We need to organize the counties by name so that we can analyze the statistics in the datasets using the correct geographical data types. In the data column on the left, under Tables and Simply Analytics Export, click on the Name field. Then select the down arrow. This will bring up a drop-down menu. Choose Geographic Role, then County. You will notice that the icon next to the Name field changes from ABC, or text data, to a globe, indicating geographic data. Now, drag the Name field to the Marks shelf on the right, or just drag and drop it onto the state map. As you move around the map, county names should now be visible. Next, we will assign some colors to the map to distinguish and compare median household incomes by county. Our goal is to quickly identify counties with higher and lower household incomes using a color palette. Drag and drop the income data set for the most recent year from the left side under Tables, under Simply Analytics Export, and median household income for the selected year, to the Color Options tab under the Marks header to color the map by the value of the most recent year's median income. For our purposes and for greater accessibility, we will use shades of the same color to navigate and determine the higher and lower household incomes by county. But you do have other options under the color tile. Under the color tile, you can select Edit Colors, and from the Palette drop-down menu, select a custom color palette that you can apply. Hovering over the map, you should see a tooltip pop up with county names and income. You have now finished creating the first frame of the map. Part 6. Creating and embedding a bar chart. In this section, we are creating and embedding the bar chart for our comparison map. Go to the bottom of the page and click on the tab on the right side of Sheet 1 to create a second sheet. In this frame, we are going to make a bar chart of the 4-year population values to embed in our map. Drag and drop the name field from Tables to the Columns section at the top of the worksheet. Drag and drop Measure Values from the bottom of the Tables column into the Rows section. This will make all variables appear under the Marks view. Then remove the unnecessary variables. In this case, that's other median household income data years. We'll take that out of the Marks space. Under the Measure Values card, we should now only have our population data for the past 4 years. To display population data for each year in side-by-side columns for each county in our graph, drag and drop Measure Names from the left Tables column into the Columns field. Next, drag and drop Measure Values from the bottom of the left Tables column onto the Color tile to color all the bars based on their values. In the Data pane on the far right, select the option for side-by-side bars. If you want to display the columns as a gradient, with taller bars having a darker shade, drag Measure Values back to the Color tile, then scroll along the bottom of the worksheet to see the change. You have now completed the second sheet. Next, we will integrate our second sheet into the first for our comparison. Go back to your first sheet and use the tooltip tile to insert the second sheet. Under the tooltip, click Insert on the top right of the Edit box, then select Sheets, Sheet 2, and then click OK. To change the background map to a dark mode, making our state map stand out, go to the Map tab at the top of the toolbar, then select Map Layers. On the left sidebar, change the background style to dark. Your final map should look something like this example, with a dark background and a color gradient, with higher median income counties appearing darker and lower income counties appearing a lighter shade. When you hover over each county on the map, the tooltip box will show the selected county's population along with the median income data for each year shown by the color gradient. Now, we need to declutter our frames and clear up the space. To achieve this, we'll modify the size of the pop-up window in the embedded table by adjusting the table size in the tooltip. Click on the tooltip. Adjust the maximum width and maximum height according to your needs, and click OK. Return to Sheet 1. Hover over the map to see your changes, and note any additional changes that you might want to make. By customizing the size, we can display more of our data. We also have the option to make other adjustments to the table. For example, on Sheet 2, right-click on Population Data and select Edit Alias. You can remove the text for total population, leaving only the year, for example, 2022, 2023, etc. For a clearer view, repeat this for each year, again freeing up space. You can remove the tick marks by right-clicking on a value, or you can edit the axis to remove that title, freeing up a bit more space. To see the changes, go back to Sheet 1 and hover over the map. Going back to the Tooltip tile, we can make any other cosmetic changes. We can adjust the size of the text or put text in bold as needed. To see the changes, go back to Sheet 1 and hover over the map. Again, feel free to modify the tooltip and observe how the changes impact the look of the table and the table view as you switch between sheets. And there you have it. We've completed the tutorial and successfully mapped our census data in Tableau. We've color-coded or shaded our income data by gradient and added a tooltip to display each county's 4-year population change. For more information on upcoming workshops and tutorial videos, check the events listing on the Georgia Tech Library's webpage. Follow the Georgia Tech Library YouTube page or contact your Georgia Tech subject librarian directly. We hope to see you again in the next tutorial.